Back to the channel. Today I'll be continuing what if Naruto had the powers and or abilities of Steven Universe or Pink Diamond herself, because technically speaking Steven Universe would have never existed in said universe, and the debuffs would have never been in place because circumstances wouldn't have been met. With that being said, let's get right into the video. We're gonna skip like a few days in advance because Haku's pretty beat up, and we've already figured out that he don't feel like talking to nobody. And all Naruto want to do right now is talk to Haku, because he just want to make sure that Haku is okay. Because Naruto wasn't himself, and he know that the Nine Tails as a whole instills a lot of fear into people. So he trying to just make sure that Haku don't just isn't violently afraid of him now, right? So I'm gonna say about a week passed, and during that week passed, and Naruto's aware of the Chunin exams. So this is like the day, 2 days after Kakashi had told him. So at this point in time, Naruto was like pre-training, and since Naruto's abilities aren't necessarily figured out yet, nobody has really been able to train him. Yeah, Naruto was trained with other like high-ranking shinobi, like he's trained with Guy, he's trained with Kakashi, all the other like people that are just willing to let him to just see what he got. And both Guy and Kakashi, the ones that I can name off the top of my head, like they both say Naruto got good skills, they just don't know what he's good at. Like, yeah, he got wind release, but that's about it as far as they're aware, right? So like so Naruto ends up finding out that Haku now is allowing people to he's now talking to people, whatever. So Naruto decides that maybe he's gonna get up and see if Haku will talk to him. So boom, he gets to the hospital, he asks where Haku's room is. The nurse says Haku said that he didn't want to speak to him, so on and so forth. But Naruto he insists oh, just let me talk to Haku. And the nurse, she sighs, and she's like, he in a very fragile state after what y'all brought him back in. There was at one point in time, he ain't necessarily do too much, but cry really, because he kept crying about somebody named Zabuza, and because this nurse is oblivious, she don't know who that is, right? So she just said it casually, and Naruto tells her to be quiet and just show me where his room at, and she showed Naruto where his room at. And Naruto walk in, and Haku he see Naruto, and he instantly shuffled the other direction. And Naruto tell him I didn't mean to do that. And Haku he instantly get mad. He turned around. What do you mean didn't mean to do that? You mean you didn't mean to let Zabuza fight basically a whole army of people by himself? Or you didn't mean to push me into a tree, basically stopping me from helping him? Or you just didn't mean to be a fucking monster, right? And as Naruto was hearing this, he was like, you're the only person that has really expressed deep disdain for me, right? But this is in his head, he's not saying this out loud, but the expression on his face basically tells it all. And Haku he looking at him, and he huh, so I'm guessing this is the first time anybody has ever told you to your face how they feel. And Naruto was like, no, I mean, yeah, but no, at the same time, right? And Naruto sits down in front of Haku, in front of Haku's bed, and he tells Haku, we were just doing our job, our mission. And you let me know if this sounds like a picture that you would have been willing to just walk into, right? You're a genin, you're doing your job, you're escorting this little dude. It's supposed to be a simple mission. And then this known assassin and his subordinate just randomly pop up, and whoops, now they're fighting y'all and about to kill one of your friends, or supposedly did. And you just had an untapped well of power that you didn't know about, or you didn't necessarily know well about, right? And Haku, he kind of scoffs at this, and Naruto, he shrugs it off. He's like, look, that's not what I came here for, right? I came here to give you this, right? And it's basically a little letter that Zabuza had, basically he had told Kakashi something, and Kakashi wrote it down, so that way he wouldn't forget, because he was finna go train Sasuke. So he just wrote it down on a piece of paper and told, like, and gave it to Naruto, because he knew that Naruto was gonna probably be the first one of those out of the 4 of them to talk to Haku. So he was like, you just give it to him and, you know, work out y'all differences. And yeah, he basically just walked off with Sasuke. So this has been Naruto's like little side quest. So he's sitting there and he's trying to talk to him, and he's like, I didn't read it or nothing. But as Haku's reading it, he kind of like just, you know, he started tearing up. And Naruto, he walk over and he see what the note's saying. The note basically just say, like, you know, survive. I saved you in the past, but I need you to survive for me now. Right? And Naruto looking at he like, that I don't know. But when he look at Haku, he see that fucked him up. Right? So Naruto, he grabbed Haku's hand and he like, hey, you could survive here. Right? And Haku, like, he pull his hand away, like, what are you doing? Right? And Naruto, he's like, you know, you seem pretty damaged already. You don't need to go back out there by yourself. You need people you can trust, people you can depend on. And I hate to say it, but Zabuza was coming back with us to the Leaf Village anyway. And then those people showed up. Because if you can hear and sense everything, you definitely heard and sensed that. Well, you know, you weren't sensing it, but you heard that. So why not just stay here? And, you know, at this point in time, Naruto, he's not really trying to like continue the conversation. But he do see, like, as he walking out, he do tell, like, Haku, he see where he coming from. He see the fact, you know, that Naruto's power is a little bit overwhelming. And what he displayed right then and there at that point was something that he himself wasn't even aware of. And at this point, he gonna try to train to maintain and hone that power. But he also, you know, don't want people to constantly be hurt by skilled people like him. So he just prefer for this skilled person to stay here to help protect those that can't protect themselves. Right? And Haku hearing this, and then like Naruto shuts the door before Haku could say anything. But like, he just like, he shrugs it off and he goes back to laying down. And Naruto walks out the room. He takes a deep sigh and he's like, okay, I guess it's time for me to go back to training. Like, he lead a thing. And after a while, Naruto get back to like this old field. And he started doing his little training shit. You know, typical. Yeah. And after a while, he realized like, okay, so somebody is watching him. And he look around and he see, he can't find nobody. But he feels like there's somebody watching him. And he turns around one more good time. And out of nowhere, he hears like, you know, your senses are good. They're just not that great. Right? And he turns around and lo and behold, there's Jiraiya. Right? And Naruto's like, why didn't you just come out in the first place? And Jiraiya was like, I just wanted to see how my future pupil would have, with like how far he's come. You know, I heard about your feat in the forest with, you know, escorting Tazuna. And Naruto, glazing right over the fact that he said future pupil, he basically like goes on to say like, you know, you basically can't go sneaking up on people like that. And Jiraiya, like, he scratches his head now at this point, because now he's noticed that Naruto has completely disregarded the fact that he just called him his future pupil. And like, Naruto goes on to tell him like, you know, this is a shinobi world, and he just find out that he had the 9 tails, and he doesn't know how he came out with it. It's not something that he wished to risk upon anybody else. And upon Jiraiya, like, when Jiraiya heard that, he was like, wait, what? Like, you got the 9 tails in you? Like, how did you find out? And he's like, you know, in the forest when I was escorting Tazuna. I thought you would have known this, Jiraiya. And Jiraiya, like, he's like, damn, forgot. Anyway, so he goes on to ask him, so like, Kakashi put a seal on you anyway? Yeah, right. So they go and they start training, like, but as they're training, they're talking about, you know, what happened in the forest. And Naruto basically goes on to tell him like, you know, he don't remember too much, but what he does remember is like, you know, him basically breaking the executioner's blade. Like that's like the only other time he really had control. Oh, like that was like the only other thing he could see when he was doing all of that was him cracking the executioner's blade in two. So Jiraiya taking this into consideration, he's like, okay, so what's your strength now? And they training. And when I mean they training, I mean like they're jumping from tree to tree, they're doing exercises, all that extra stuff. They haven't actually physically fought yet, right? So Naruto just said, we could just train, like physically train now. And like Jiraiya was like, fuck it, why not? So they get in their little stances, and Naruto and Jiraiya begin their little fight. Now at this point in time, Jiraiya is like, he's complimenting Naruto, your speed, you strong, this, that, and this. But then after a while, Naruto started noticing, I'm fast, like he's complimenting me, but I'm not touching him, right? And he's like, okay, just gotta get faster. So Naruto, he kind of picks up his pace a little bit, and Jiraiya, he started moving a little bit faster. And Naruto, like, he jumps past him one more time, then he stops and pivots. Like, he didn't notice it, but like he stopped and pivoted midair, and Jiraiya was like, what the fuck, right? He didn't say it out loud, but he was baffled. He like, and Naruto, like, Naruto goes and try to like hit him again, and Jiraiya just like punches him into the floor. And not like at this point in time, Naruto gets up and he's like, I didn't even know you can move that fast. And Jiraiya, he's still dumbstruck at the fact that Naruto just stopped mid fucking air and turned around and jumped back at him without losing any type of momentum. That's what he's concerned about, right? That's just Naruto learning how to properly use his float ability. The whole chakra shit. And then, yeah. Anyway, so basically, Jiraiya, he stops it. Well, he doesn't stop it. It continues for a little bit. And after a while, Naruto started realizing it himself, that at like the more and more he fight, like him and Jiraiya at this point in time are actually fighting. Like Jiraiya's not dodging no more. He is, but he not dodging like a lot enough to make it to where Naruto can't land a hit. But he is making it to where like Naruto, it's harder for him to land hits. And Jiraiya's landing hits and dodging them still. So, Naruto's doing them all. Like Naruto, he dodging some, but taking most, because, Jiraiya got more battle experience. Right? So that's basically how their fights continue from this point. Naruto really doesn't like unlock too much, nothing but his little, he calls it like a hover step, basically. But we know it's just float. Or like that, his little zero gravity type shit. But yeah, and then like I'm gonna say 2 days right before the Chunin exams start, Naruto and Jiraiya are talking, and Jiraiya finds out from Naruto that, Kakashi was supposed to teach them the wall walking technique. Now, they never got taught that because they had to drag Haku's body back, because Haku was on the brink of death damn near because of Naruto's insane push. He damn near crushed his lungs. The only reason why Haku was still actively alive is because Sakura was still knowledgeable enough as a Konoichi to know that, maybe we shouldn't be dragging him across the ground. Right? Anyway, so yeah, he basically teaches Naruto how to walk on trees and stuff. And at this point in time, Naruto really don't think too much of it, but they begin to train again, like, fist fighting. And then like Jiraiya tell him like this don't be their last little training bout before, the Chunin exams. That's tomorrow. It's already late. Call it a night after this. So just go all out. And Naruto, he like, okay. So he get in his little stance. And not like he lunges at Jiraiya and Jiraiya lunges at him. Now they begin their fight. Simple. Naruto begin jumping around trying to hit him. Jiraiya's, punching him, all of that, dodging stuff. Anyway, Naruto throws a kunai, and to him it reminds him, so like Jiraiya standing there, Naruto throws the kunai, and as like the kunai flings past Jiraiya's face, Naruto like appears on the other side and grabs it, and Jiraiya gets like this immediate remembrance of Minato, right? And it kind of just, like, it just shocks him, because that's wild. Like he he know that wasn't the flying Raijin, but the fact that he moved that fast to the point where it didn't even look like he moved with the kunai, because Naruto basically just threw the kunai and then ran to the other side and grabbed it. But, you know, that was that. Naruto had the kunai to Jiraiya's neck. That was game, right? And like Jiraiya, he tells him like, you know, that was fast. That was good. Like I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Like, what was that? And Naruto just tells him like, I don't know. Like it just happened. I just felt like I could move, you know? And Jiraiya kind of just put 2 and 2 together. Like maybe Naruto just had some innate ability to float or fly, and teaching him chakra control was just another means of teaching him how to just vaguely control where the fuck he's going. So he basically puts this theory to the test, like just one more, not training session, but like just one more, just trying to get Naruto to do something. And after a while, I'm gonna say maybe 30 minutes, it's proven. Naruto just knows how to float, like innately. He tells Naruto to clear his head and sits down, and Naruto begins to meditate. And after a while, he tells Naruto to imagine himself in outer, like just floating in the sky. And after a while, Naruto begins to levitate. And when he tells Naruto to open his eyes, Naruto is like damn near up to eye level with Jiraiya, with his legs folded. And Jiraiya like tells him to look down, and Naruto notices that he's floating. And he tells him like, you know, I don't know if this is wind release or not, Naruto, but that's cool, right? And Naruto, like, he kind of starts panicking because, you know, holy shit, he just unlocked something. Like, this is clearly something rare, because Jiraiya just said he doesn't know what it is. Like, it's clearly flight, but what kind? And as he's panicking, he falls and hit his face he falls and hit his face on the floor. And Jiraiya tells him that maybe they should go back into town. And at this point in time, Jiraiya bought a house, so, you know, they actually live somewhere. Naruto's not living in that 1-bedroom apartment. Him and Jiraiya are living in a house. More like it's Naruto's house. Jiraiya just bought it because Jiraiya had the funds for it. And Naruto literally is like Jiraiya lives there, but Jiraiya gets thrown a lot of missions. So yeah, it's basically Naruto's house. So they go back there, they go to sleep. Jiraiya wakes Naruto up for the Chunin exams tomorrow. And this is where I'm gonna end this part off. If y'all enjoyed the video, drop a like. If y'all enjoy my content, please subscribe. Anyway, this has been Shinobi. Peace.